Death of a Unicorn is directed by Alex Scharfman and it stars Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Richard E. Grant, Will Poulter and Leoni. And in this new horror comedy, a father and her daughter accidentally run into a unicorn that is quickly taken back to this rich person's house who wish to exploit it for their own needs. Death of a Unicorn was a movie I was very intrigued to see, mainly just because of the cast. I mean, what a stacked cast this movie has. Jenna Ortega, one of the most popular rising stars in Hollywood right now. Paul Rudd, Will Poulter, Richard E. Grant, Leoni, all these amazing actors in this one film that are watching anything. But despite the strong cast, I did see the reviews and I thought, this might be just a fine little horror comedy that I'll watch one time and I'll forget about once I've done a video on it. But after seeing it, I honestly think this is one of the most underrated films of the year so far. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it did everything that it needed to really well. Do have a couple of issues, but we'll get into that later. But I genuinely had a great time with Death of a Unicorn. And even though I know you guys really want to see that weird indie movie about a blocky world, if you can spare another trip to the cinema, do go and support this film. Near enough every single character in this movie, and bearing in mind there are a lot of main characters in this movie, all of them have something to do, they all have arcs, they all have differing personalities, entertaining personalities as well that make you latch onto them, make them separate from each other. The characters were all really distinct and I really like them all. The best character was easily Paul Rudd's character. He plays this father of this daughter played by Jenna Ortega. They've recently lost their wife or their mother. And he sees this trip in this deal with this rich family as their big ticket to the big time. They're going to get a load of money. He's going to support his daughter. He's going to be a good father again. And then this unicorn presents itself and he gets a bit too greedy. And he has like moral conflicts in his head. And I really did like his arc of trying to overcome that. He was easily the best character in this movie. Surprisingly, the humour landed pretty well in this film as well. Now, none of the jokes gave me a huge belly laugh or anything, but they gave me a smirk, they made me chuckle at times. None of the jokes were cringy or awkward or anything like that. For the most part, they were pretty funny. And I thought the film's tension building was really good here as well, even though the jump scares are pretty bad in this, unfortunately. But the kills is where this movie is really at. The kills are gnarly, over the top, they're very in your face. I thought the practical effects were really good too. I would have liked a bit more variety with the kills. Like, for the most part, we're just seeing people get stabbed by a unicorn horn. And after like the third time, you kind of just want to see something a bit different. Technically, the film is shot very competently, nothing special, but it's competent nonetheless. I did like the editing, especially when it came to jokes. There was some really good well-timed cuts to make jokes even more funnier. The music was very overly dramatic, but I kind of liked it. This movie's not taking itself seriously whatsoever, but I did like the over-dramatic music just to make it a bit more self-aware. However, the CGI on the unicorns didn't look the best at times. I kind of got to let it off a bit because this isn't like the most expensive movie ever made. So maybe some of the CGI was never going to be up to scratch. But for the most part, the unicorns did look fine. And finally, the performances are all really strong. Of course, people like Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Richard E. Grant and Leoni are all really strong here. But Will Poulter was easily the standout for me. He plays the typical narcissistic, selfish rich kid who just takes money from his parents all the time. That's all he's good for. And he looks down on Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd quite a bit as well. But he was funny. And that's what made him entertaining. And Will Poulter is just going for it 110%. He was so over the top, but I absolutely loved this performance. Also, small spoiler, 3, 2, 1. I never thought I needed to see Will Poulter sniff up shards of a unicorn horn and get high off them. That honestly was beautiful. Overall, I really did like Death of a Unicorn. I went into this thinking it was just going to be fine, but I had an absolute blast with it. It's got some really entertaining characters, a very solid story with some very solid messages in there as well. Excellent performances, competently shot, really well edited, great music in there as well. I honestly had a blast with this film, and I honestly think you should support it if you can. Death of a Unicorn was a great time. It's going to get an 8 out of 10 from me. And people, that is the end of this review. If you have seen Death of a Unicorn, let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. And see you later.